Hello, my little goblin friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are doing some more. We're painting the leaves all blank fun and games today. I found out something. Now, hear me out, gang. This might take you by surprise. But when you follow the recipe to something, did you know that the thing sometimes will, or when you follow the instructions to do something, did you know that, like, you know, a fair percentage of the time, things will go easier for you than if you don't? So remember that time that I did this, but had kind of a hard time, but it kind of made it work, or it kind of worked out because the leaves that I had were a little bit more fragile. Well, I had one leaf in that video that was a little bit sturdier, and I was like, oh, this is a really good leaf for this sort of project. It was the type of leaf that you see right here. And I proceeded one day when I was at the little river park that is such a beautiful, beautiful haven for me. I went to this river park, and I found the little tree with the leaves like this, and I was like, oh, see, and then I get too enthusiastic and I hurt the little thing.
Oopsie, it's okay. Just gotta be gentle, wings to fly, gotta be gentle.
Like, you gotta be gentle, but at the same time firm, so it's like a weird balance. It's hard for me. But yeah, collected a bunch of the leaves. And then proceeded to try and do the thing again. And one day, where I boiled them. And it just was taking forever, and I finally got them to a point where I was like, okay, I think they're ready. I think they're done. I don't really know, but I think so. And proceeded to call it done. And then left them to soak in that mixture for like a couple weeks at least. Definitely one. I think it was a couple. Anyway. And meanwhile, I had a whole bunch of because I collected a ton of the leaves. The ones that I'm doing today in this video are like half of the amount, because I did another bunch of them the other day? Sunday, I think? Randomly, this is Tuesday. It will not, I think, be Tuesday when this airs, unless I change it, because at the moment, the Crafty Ramblings are on Workmanship Wednesdays. That is the alliterative little title that reminds me what sort of video is going out. It's so much fun because I got a bunch just scheduled. So at the moment, this is October, and I'm doing this little Crafty Ramble, but I've got them scheduled through, I think, into November. So I don't know what I'll be doing on the November Wednesday that this comes out. Again, assuming that I continue to put these out on Wednesdays. But anywho, did not want to deal with it, so I just kept the other leaves that I had obtained for this purpose and let them just soak in water for a couple weeks. And I was like, maybe that'll help, you know, it'll help like break down some of the stuffs. It did not, in fact, break down any of the stuffs, in case you're wondering. Meanwhile, so Sunday morning, I was like, you know what? It is time. The goblin energy is strong this morning. I'm gonna boil the heck out of those fracking leaves, and I'm gonna get to where I can, make leaf skeletons. Because here's the thing. Remember that time I did a whole video about these and did, like, I think it was like 8 or so of them? I can't find them, my friends. I have lost the original leaf skeletons because I'm so here's the funny thing. I'm a very, very organized person. I am very, very organized. Anybody at work would consider me a paragon of organization. And why is that? Because I'm actually incredibly unorganized. And so I live in fear of the chaos that my brain unchecked would unleash into my life. And so it's one of those situations where, no, I'm not organized. I'm just paranoid because of the depths of disorganization to which my self can plummet It's kind of bad. So most of the time, one could almost say obsessive about keeping things in my little sphere as organized as possible. That does not mean not cluttered, because I'll have my little projects out and I'll be working on them, but like it's all together and it's very, very organized. Cluttered maybe, but it's not dirty and it is very organized. And I don't know what I did again. I legitimately don't know. Like everywhere that I can think of, actually I just thought of somewhere they might be. Everywhere that I can think of, I have looked. Like, where did I put these little leaf skeletons? Actually, at the moment, I've suddenly thought of another place that honestly might be where they are. But anyway, so that was fun, and I was like, perfect. So you mean the little thingies that I just labored over for so long, those thingies, they're gone. I don't know, and it was sort of like I'm doing these because I want to do the project that my bestie sent me a reel of, where we make pretty little butterfly models, art, little creations out of all this. So yeah, that happened. They are gone, although they might be in this random place that I thought of. So we needed to make more. Well, I wanted to make more because I'd already told my bestie I was making them, and I actually haven't told her yet that I lost them because I just had forgotten. And also, it's not like my bestie would be like, just, what on earth? What? No, my bestie would be totally like, oh no, that's totally fine, don't worry about it, we'll do it at some point, maybe, But I was like, I told my bestie, and also, I wanted to do the leaf skeleton thing. And I also did want to also try doing it with these sturdier little leaves. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go and collect some leaves. So I did. This story is not exactly interesting, but it does end relatively soon. Just so you know. So, proceeded to go and collect these leaves. Did a batch. They didn't seem to come out great, and I just did not have the wherewithal to do what I'm doing right now with them, so I just let them soak. And I, meanwhile, had a bunch more that I was ready to do this with. Or that I still needed to boil down, because I was trying to do it in small batches, like, the instructions said to do. And then I was like, you remember that time that I was going to, like, do these in small batches, like the instructions said to do? I don't care. So, because I just wanted it honestly off my counter. So, on Sunday morning of this week, I woke up and was like, dun, 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 today's the day! And proceeded to start boiling these goofy leaves. So, once upon a time, the way to do this is to use washing soda, not baking soda. Baking soda is sodium bicarbonate. Washing soda is sodium something or other. And it's just different. And all you have to do is bake the baking soda, and then it becomes washing soda. I don't know what magical thing heat does to sodium bicarbonate to make it washing soda, which is like a predominant ingredient in borax and other laundry things. But regardless of how it does it and why, I was like, nope, ain't nobody got time for that. Last time. And so I did my own little version of it with just regular baking soda in water. Well, remember how they were much more delicate leaves than this? It would seem, apparently, 'twould seem, that when you do it with really delicate leaves, maybe the process of just boiling the heck out of it, and then maybe a little bit of the baking soda or whatever does something. But otherwise, that method does not work. Like, it does not work on, a little bit hardier leaves. How do I know this? Because I boiled the things for like 4 hours. Well, simmered / boiled on different paces with so much baking soda and so much water. And I was very confused and I couldn't remember really what was going on. And I was doing it according to my little recipe that I had in the little thing of the video. And then I looked it up. This story didn't end as soon as I thought it would.
Oh.
So then I looked it up. And that was when I remembered, oh, that's right. It was washing soda that I was to use. And it was actually, all I needed to do was bake the baking soda. And I was like, well, I don't really have the time to bake. Well, let me rephrase this. I don't really want to have to deal with baking the baking soda because I've got these things boiling on the stove, and they have been for hours, and I have sort of other things to do in my life than run over here every 10 to 15 minutes and stir the precious things. So that was when I was like, what do I have in the storage room / laundry room, little all-purpose room place that is at the front of our little studio apartment? So I toddled on in there, and I found out that the one little package, little individually wrapped package thing that I had of washing machine cleaner, which is just, you just throw this little like circle of solidified cleansing powder into your washing machine, put it on a load wash, and it'll freshen up your washing machine and the smell, and it gets nice and clean. And that's what I did multiple times when we first moved in here, because the washing machine smelled funky. But that was like, years ago. But I still had this one little one left, because I'd done it it was like cheaper to get a big pack of it when I first got them. And so I had just kept it, because why not? And I just did it occasionally. Like, I got the washing machine to smell good, and then just proceeded to sometimes do this, because why not? And I hadn't done it in a while, because it seemed fine, If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I had this one little one just left that I hadn't thrown away. And lo and behold, it had the right kind of sodium what's-it in it. And I proceeded to drop that thing into the pot of boiling water and baking soda and leaves, which, by the way, made an incredible smell. I was opening windows, I was turning on the house fan, the oven fan, I was lighting candles, like, I put on a face mask. It was such an intense smell. So, might not be doing that again anytime soon. So we're going to do our very best to not lose these leaves. So yeah, and guess what? Within like 45 minutes, the leaves were, as you see now, ready to be painted blank. So, sometimes, when all else fails, follow the instructions. You never know what might happen. I have a little ambiance going on, because I'm sort of testing how it kind of goes with the volume. Because I want to try using it for some of the roleplay ones, because that's always cozy when, in my opinion, when in different ASMR roleplays. And so I have this
cute little noise machine that just, makes little noises. And I put it on at night. And it's very nice to have, just because we have an air purifier, but then we have this little thing that my husband and I like, this little specific rain sound setting. It's got like 93 bajillion different options. Yeah, it was a nice little sale on Amazon.
So yeah, it happened. So we're just seeing how it kind of works with as a background, because I've done a couple short testing videos, and then I did one role play with it, but the volume on the role play got messed up because of microphone issues, and so I just gave up and deleted that one. I'm still trying to figure out some of the audio stuff and like how to, because like I have zero to no context about, audio-ness of life. You'll listen to like Navalis or Nick's Moon Reads or Ellis Knight, and they'll talk about, oh yes, and I'm doing these audio things, and I'm making this stuff better, and it's so much more high quality, and you're like, well, your audios do sound amazing, folks, so much impressment. But, I don't know anything you just said. It's very impressive how they do, and it's not just those three, but just those three specifically. Also, Tanuki Audios. Have I mentioned Tanuki Audios? He's quite delightful. And I also found a few more recently. Pebbles ASMR is fun. And then who was the other one I wanted to mention? Give a little shout out to. Oh yeah, My Milk. Very fun. He does a lot of the kind of shy guy ones. I just love the shy people ones.
It makes me happy because I'm just like, oh, I understand that feeling.
And they'll talk about like all these different sound effects or whatever. And I'm like, you know what sound effects are? It is literally like, if there's gonna be a sound effect, I make it. Like if I want to make like, oh, they're knocking on a door, I walk up to a door in my house and I knock on it and I open that door and behold the sound effect. If I want to like pour tea or whatever, I am in the act of pouring tea as I'm doing the audio. So yeah, I am a simple woman. So yeah, sometimes I'm like, I don't know that my offerings do not feel sufficient a lot of the time, but I'm like, you know what? It's okay. It's okay. I'm just having fun. It's all good. Had a really nice connection with the OCD support group that I'm involved with. One of the support little virtual support meetings. They were talking about just, how OCD latches onto things and the different kinds of obsessions that it'll start us ruminating on and then, doing compulsions about, which can be the downward spiral in the ruminations. And I just finally connected, so all the concerns about, taking up space in the online spaces that I created for myself to take up space in, that's OCD latching onto, the anxiety about that. And then the fact that I just keep thinking about things like that, that's a compulsion. That's me ruminating. Okay, no, that's logical. That makes good sense. I am picking up what we're laying down here. And so, yeah, I've been trying to be a little bit more upfront with myself about like, no. We're not going to stress about that. It's okay to take up space in the places that I created my very own self to take up space in. It's all right. I've gotten myself a little psyched out though, because I wanted to start doing captions on. Well, I wanted to start doing captions on all the things, but that's not incredibly feasible for me, at least right now. Time and arm typing and stress level wise. And I was like, well, I can at least do it on all the little song ones and the little shorts. And since deciding that, I have not uploaded a single song or short since the first time that I did a song. Because part of it is I'm wanting to upload the shorts on both YouTube and Instagram. But I don't do any outside video editing, or I don't use any apps like that. I just edit in the photo app on my phone, and then on Instagram and YouTube, which means if I'm putting captions on one of the shorts or reels, I'm double doing it. I'm both adding it to the little song video, whatever, if I upload it to Instagram, and then when I upload it to YouTube, which is a little annoying. And so this would be very, very solved if I would just go ahead, get a video editing app, learn the ins and outs of it, and proceed. But I just don't. Because then I have to figure out which fracking one, and there's gonna be a whole learning curve of what to do. See how much easier the green is coming off of these leaves when I actually boiled them in the correct solution? Do you see how much easier? If you saw the first video, you saw that it was a lot harder to get the green off of these leaves because I had not boiled them in the proper mixture, and so everything hadn't broken down yet. I hadn't allowed
chemistry to be able to work because I hadn't used the right ingredients for the chemistry.
Again, when all else fails, you can always try following the instructions. I mean, no biggie, but if you want, you can do that. You can do that if you want. So, yeah. I'm trying to kind of figure out a headspace where I can start uploading some of my little song videos again. Because at the moment, I'm just like, no, I need to wait until I put the captions on. I'm also like, yeah, but notice how now we haven't uploaded any of those for like 3 weeks. Well, I don't think it's been 3 weeks. That's an exaggeration. But it has been a little bit. And so I'm stressing about it. Because again, you know.
It's almost like OCD and anxiety play off of each other. It's so much fun, gang, except it's not.
So yeah, I just don't know kind of how to approach it. And honestly, it might just be one of those where it's like, you know what, just fracking do it. Just upload them, and then from time to time, like I've literally been like, I could go on Reddit to one of the like, I don't know, there's probably a captioning subreddit and be like, hello, what would it cost to hire somebody to caption my videos? And I'm like, so much more money than, like, I don't even know how much it would cost, but like, again, I'm doing this all as like a fun little hobby for me. Like, I can't just hire someone to do that for something that's just fun for me to do. Like, I can't, like, no. So at some point, gang, I'm gonna either go on a, because the difficult thing in my opinion is very annoying about Instagram and YouTube is most of their video editing features are on their mobile apps, not on their web browser versions. And it is so much easier for me to do editing, just for me at least, on the web browser versions, because it's just the positioning. I can, you know, I'm typing instead of doing the little thumb tap thing. And especially with dealing with it's a bit of a flare-up of the tennis elbow these last few months. Like, I just can't do a ton of fussing and typing on the phone. I wonder if getting like a laptop, a iPad. But then here's the thing, like, I already have a phone, I have a laptop, and I have a desktop. That's a lot of technological devices for one human, it feels like. So now I'm like,
Oh, no, I need an iPad?
it's like, but why would you? You know, I think my husband has an old iPad lying around somewhere that he doesn't really use. I wonder if it's old, if it's too old to be compatible with, like, the YouTube and Instagram apps versions that are out. Maybe I could try that, because I know he wouldn't mind if I wanted to use that. He's always very nice. We tend to share and share alike. And also he doesn't use it, so, like, it's not like I'm, you know, snitching it from him. I'd have to ask him. Okay, I need to remember the spot where the other leaves might be, and I can ask my husband about,
Come on, there's a paper towel.
I can ask my husband about, using his iPad for some of the editing. I just wonder if, like, a bigger screen would be helpful. I really don't know. Gang. So how are you doing? Have you been drinking water lately? You don't like how water tastes. There's always those little water flavoring packets that you can buy. And some of them have, like, some of the Crystal Light ones. Keep an eye open, because some of them have caffeine, and that's totally cool if you're somebody who can tolerate caffeine. I can't tolerate caffeine, and so at one point I was really excited about these yummy little water flavoring packets that I had, but I couldn't figure out why suddenly I was getting so jittery. This was It's like 7 years ago. And I finally went, hey, it seems to happen in conjunction with me drinking water that's flavored with this thing. Looked at, oh, it has caffeine in it. Could that have anything to do with it? Yes, it had everything to do with that. I mean, I already have high anxiety levels. That is what my brain runs on. Like, that is the normal for my brain. But,
Caffeine makes it worse.
which is kind of a normal thing for some people who have high anxiety levels. So keep aware of that. But some of them have, like, there's, like, little multivitamin things. You can get some good, your vitamin B complexes and vitamin C and vitamin D and all the yummy things. And you can add that to your water. And then your water, and you can find ones that aren't very expensive, that are more generic brands or whatever. And so for some people, I guess it's weird because it's not, I guess, necessarily that some people don't like how water tastes. It's just they don't like water's lack of taste or something. But yeah, if that happens to be something going on, or if you just want a kind of more fun way than popping a pill of taking some kind of like multivitamin thing, you can check that out. Because drinking water is kind of important. It's very, very helpful. So please water yourselves, my little goblin friends. Just imagine that your pretty little flowers and weeds and wildflowers, all these pretty little plants, bushes. What other kinds of plants are there? Trees. Whatever sort of plant you want to be. You can be any plant you want to be, in this analogy. Any of you ever, did you all grow up watching Richard Scarry? I did. We had a few little VHS videos of him. I love Richard Scarry. But yeah, just imagine yourself as some sort of cute little plant that you like. And make sure to water yourself every day. Try to get yourself sunlight. If not sunlight from going into the outside, take some vitamin D. It's very important. Please take care of my little goblin friends, okay? Please. Just lots. I cannot take care of you. All I can do is help encourage you to take care of yourselves. So please take care of yourselves for the me that wants you to be taken care of. Okay? Please. Please and thank you. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much. That is terrible. Mr. Presley imitation. Also, breathing is good. Sometimes, because breathing is just so, I don't think we talk about breathing enough sometimes. Because I'll notice that I'm breathing pretty shallow sometimes, or I'll just be going along and suddenly realize, hey, I've been holding my breath for a bit. Or I'll be feeling really panicky or anxious, and I'll be trying to like, okay, let's get ourselves down from the panic levels. Let's talk ourselves off this level of almost getting to a panic attack, or with a panic attack, right? And then suddenly I'm like, oh, that's right. Breathing's good. Work on the breathing, you know? So even practicing breathing can be a really good idea. Our spine, this is related. Soggy again. This is related. We come full circle, okay? Our spine articulates in 6 different directions. So if this is, imagine that this is your spine. It can go forwards, backwards, side to side, and then twist, and then twist, okay? That's probably a not incredibly fantastic example, but we're gonna roll with it. So it's a cool idea to, I mean, every day if you can. I totally forget to do this every day, but it's a really good idea to regularly stretch your spine in those 6 different directions, right? And if you breathe deeply while you do so, those different articulations of your spine are positions in which your lungs are, to whatever extent, compressed. And so it makes taking a deep breath a little more difficult, just literally because of how you're positioning your body. So if you stretch your spine in those directions, on a regular basis and practice taking a good sized breath when you're in each position of that, that can be really helpful for your for a means of kind of working with high anxiety levels and coming down from panic and everything, because you're teaching your body to be able to breathe in moments where breathing has become a little bit more difficult than usual, such as during moments of high anxiety or high panic levels. So yeah, I don't remember this every day, but you know what? We could set reminders on our phone or an alarm or something. But when I do it, I'll just like, you know, again, like if this is my spine, I'll just bend forward, breathe a couple deep breaths, you know, bend backwards, breathe a couple deep breaths, go to the left, breathe a couple deep breaths, go to the right, breathe a couple deep breaths, twist to the right, couple deep breaths, twist to the left, couple deep breaths. It feels really good to stretch your spine in each of its options for articulation. And then it's just kind of relaxing when you're stretching to do a bit of a deep breath. And so we definitely recommend it. And it has become something that when it does feel like I have a little bit more, because I've been doing this for 6 months now, off and on. Again, not with an incredible amount of consistency, but not like it's been more than, you know, once a week or something.
Twice a week.
No, something like that. Off and on. And so, you know, sometimes, not always, but sometimes when I'm doing a little shakier or something, a little extra anxious, struggle, or I just notice, okay, the breathing's a little difficult at this moment in time. It's gotten easier, a little bit easier to be able to kind of be like, okay, come on, wings to fly, you can do it. Breathe. That's the ticket. Breathe. Dwarfs are absolutely wasted in long distances. Oh, I absolutely have dwarf ancestry. As far as Tolkien, high fantasy kind of dwarfs. Is that all? Oh, that's all the leaves. Well, that was all the leaves. Ta-da!
Thank you all for visiting with me.
I'm gonna now place these leaves between, I'm gonna put another paper towel over it, probably a couple on each side, and then I'll put that under something kind of heavy and flat to help them dry flat, and then ta-da! Gorgeous, gorgeous. We will have more little leaf skeletons.
Seriously, please take care of yourself for the me that wants you taken care of, to be safe, and as to be as objectively safe as possible and to feel as subjectively safe as possible. This is my hope for all of you. Please show yourself kindness as much as you can. And yeah, drink water. Get sunshine either in vitamin D form or going outside. And stretch your spine and practice breathing. Eat good! Rock on, my little goblin friends and loves.